You are listening to the Keep the Weight Off podcast with Dr. Angela
and Marchelle,
episode number 131.
Welcome to the Keep the Weight Off podcast, where we bust all the dieting myths and discover not just how to lose weight, but more importantly, how to keep it off. We go way beyond the food, and we use science and psychology to give you strategies that work. And now your host, Dr. Angela Zechmann.
All right, everyone. Hey, and welcome to the podcast this week. I am super excited. Guess why? Guess why, Marchelle?
Why?
Because we are in the middle of our 4-day Belly Busters challenge in Facebook. And I just want to encourage all of our listeners, if you haven't yet signed up for the Belly Busters challenge, it's really not too late. It depends what time when you're hearing this, because it's Tuesday through Friday of this week. So you can always catch up by watching the replays. If you're interested in signing up for the challenge, just go to journeybeyondweightloss.com/challenge after you're done listening to this podcast. Okay?
Yeah. And, I'm just have to say, I am feeling like super jazzed right now. It's super motivated.
Yeah.
This has been fun. Yeah. I'm just really excited right now.
Oh, we have thousands of people who've signed up. So
I know it's fantastic.
It's just really cool. So yeah, lots and lots and lots going on. So, and everybody's working together. It's so interesting because I'm posting daily challenges and I'm giving away prizes, and people are helping each other out, and people are really supporting each other. Like, we've got this really beautiful, cohesive group in there. And so you'll meet new friends if you join us in the challenge too. So it's great. Okay. So the title of this podcast is Transformation is Now. And I need to give you a little bit of backstory before I teach you this concept. This is one of the most important concepts I've ever heard or learned about. And it's completely transformed my life. And I hope it does the same for you.
Wow. So this sounds pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to hear what you have to say about this.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. So if you've been listening to this podcast for any amount of time, you know that I have a membership called Empowered Weight Loss. Well, in Empowered Weight Loss, we just finished a book study. And the book we studied is called Chasing Cupcakes by Elizabeth Benton. Elizabeth Benton is a brilliant young woman who struggled with her weight since childhood. And she actually got up to like 350 pounds. And then she finally figured out how to lose the weight and how to keep it off. And before she figured that out, she figured out how to pay off $135,000 worth of debt. So the subtitle of the book is, so remember, Chasing Cupcakes, How One Broke Fat Girl Transformed Her Life, and how you can too. That's pretty intriguing, don't you think?
Yeah, this sounds great.
Yeah.
I didn't actually read the book myself, and now I feel like I need to.
Yeah. Well, you do need to. And if anyone understands the intricacies of transformation, it would be Elizabeth Benton. So when I read this chapter in her book called Transformation is Now, I stood up and took notice. And frankly, I was totally blown away. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the backstory in terms of how she figured this out. So Elizabeth was in the process of working with a copywriter to better communicate what her business was about. And she wanted to help people understand what's really necessary to make lasting changes. And when he threw out the phrase, transformation is today, that sounds pretty intriguing, right? Transformation is today.
Yeah.
And she said, no. She's like, she found herself recoiling a little bit, even though that's definitely catchy. Transformation is today, right? She said, no, transformation is not today. Transformation is now. If you tell me that transformation is today, I'll just be thinking about all the things I have to do today and how I don't have the time. Like, I'll be thinking about all the things that are required for me to make a transformation and all the work I have to do to change and how far I have to go, because right now my life is a shithole and I don't want that. But trying to figure out how to change myself is going to take too much work. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing here, right? But how many of us have had these thoughts? Like, there's so much that I have to do. Transformation is today. No, I've got work to do today. I've got kids to pick up from daycare, or I've got a big assignment at work, or I've got laundry to do and dishes in my sink and bills to pay. I'll think about all this tomorrow. Transformation is tomorrow. Tonight, we're ordering pizza. And since I've had such a rough day, I'm going to treat myself with some ice cream too. Right? So
that's it. That's exactly how my brain thinks too.
Exactly.
I would be thinking of all the things I got to do first.
Yeah.
So she's smart.
She's really smart. So as Elizabeth was talking to this copywriter, she said, no, transformation is not today. Transformation is not tomorrow. Transformation is now. Transformation is in this very decision that I am making right now. Okay. So many of us have our thoughts in the past and all the times we failed, or we're thinking about how far we have to go. So we're either in the past or the future. Very few of us are actually present right here in the now, right? So the truth is, all we have is now. Now is where our power is. Have you ever heard this before, Marchelle? Now is where.
No, I actually haven't heard this, but this is great.
Yeah. So, I read this book many years ago called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Now, it's one of these classic books, and Eckhart Tolle is a highly respected author and teacher. I hope I'm saying his name right. He talks all about the power of staying in the present moment. But I have to tell you that it wasn't until I read what Elizabeth Benton had to say that I truly understood the power of now and how our ability to make massive changes in our lives isn't dependent on what has happened in the past, and it's not something that's going to happen in the future. Our capacity for transformation is present right now in this very moment. And the only place that we actually need to be is right here and right now. Sounds a little new agey and hippy dippy, right?
No, I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to follow along with this, and my mind is starting to change. So
yeah,
I'm understanding what she's trying to say.
Okay, so great. So let's think about what happens to so many of us on this weight loss journey. We decide we want to lose weight. Let's just say, for the sake of an example, that we want to lose 50 pounds of fat. Most people are thinking 50 pounds of weight, and they mean 50 pounds of fat. But so that feels very far off. I got to lose 50 pounds of fat. We look in the mirror and we see where we are right now, and we think, oh my gosh, I've got so far to go. And then we think about our past struggles and all the diets we've tried and how some of them were successful, but we somehow managed to gain the weight back. And then we think about all the things we have on our plates right now. We have jobs, maybe we have partners, we have kids, maybe parents whose health isn't that great. We've got a lot going on. And we think, not only do I have so far to go, but I don't have the time or the energy for this right now. So we basically give up before we even get started, and we put it off. Maybe I'll think about this again tomorrow. Maybe I'll think about this once the kids are back in school. Maybe I'll think about this after the holidays. So we have this really powerful intention to lose weight and get healthy, but we keep putting it off for one reason or another. And the reason is because we think transformation is a future event. Does that make sense?
Yeah, this kind of thinking, I think, has stopped me from doing productive things many times.
Yeah, not just with weight loss, but with all kinds of things.
No, with all kinds of things.
Yeah. So Elizabeth reminds us that no, transformation is not a future event. Transformation is now, right now, in the next decision you make. You don't become transformed in the future, you become transformed now. Now, I got to tell you, when I read this, everything changed for me. Everything. So here is what Elizabeth writes, and I'm going to just quote directly from the book because it's so beautiful and so perfect. She says, you're not alone if you've been quick to let yourself off the hook, because quite frankly, there's always tomorrow. You're not alone if you've justified a choice with the reassuring thought that you can always start later. You're not alone if you can't identify with the change you want to create because it's not here yet. It hasn't happened. You're not there yet. You haven't earned it. When you plan to do better tomorrow, you miss the chances in front of you today. And every choice is a chance. When you see change as something that exists in the future, what you don't see clearly is the opportunity to choose change now. You don't take responsibility for the work that presents itself today because who and how you want to be is out on the horizon of your life. Okay? So after I read this, I started asking myself some pretty powerful questions. Where am I putting off the transformation I'm seeking? What is something I can do right now that would indicate that I am moving towards transformation? So for me, I'm always working at being more organized. You wouldn't necessarily know it by looking at me, but I spend a lot of time running around like a chicken with my head cut off. I'd love to be more organized, but going through all my emails and my files and getting them organized feels way too overwhelming. So what do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But what if I make a decision right now, today, that transformation is now? All that's necessary to do right now is what's in front of me. So I deleted some emails. I paid the bills that were sitting in my inbox, and I immediately felt more empowered. And I was beginning to feel the potential of how I could truly transform. Does that make sense, Marchelle?
Yeah, I love the way that you're explaining this because this is really powerful.
Yeah. So for those of us who are working on our health and who are working at losing weight, we don't have to wait. Transformation is now. Transformation can happen the next time you head to the refrigerator. Transformation can happen with your very next meal. You don't have to wait. Transformation is now.
Man,
cool.
This is all super powerful and super true.
Yes. So here's an awesome Elizabeth Benton quote, which is worth writing down. Transformation is a result of what you do now, not what you intend to do tomorrow. Isn't that powerful?
I need to make myself a t-shirt.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's what I've got for you today. Transformation is now, not tomorrow. Don't make any more excuses. Your health is everything. And by the way, it's the perfect time to join us in the Empowered Weight Loss membership. We have a 6-month curriculum, and we're getting ready to get started with the beginning of the curriculum next week. So start your transformation right now by going to journeybeyondweightloss.com/yes and signing up. We will do everything we can to help you in this journey, to help you develop all the skills you need so you can really manage this disease well. No more of this starting and stopping and giving up on yourself. I'm teaching you what to do, but more importantly, I'm teaching you how to think. So come and join us, and I promise you won't regret it. So transformation is now. Transformation is in what you're going to do in the next 5 minutes. Transformation is your next meal. Transformation is your next workout. Transformation is now. So don't put it off. Become a transformed person now by showing yourself in the very next choice you make what you can do to move your life forward. Okay? Anything else you want to say, Marchelle?
Just want to say, I'll talk to you guys all later. I'm going to the gym. I'm feeling motivated now.
All right, there you go. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. And we will talk to you next week. Bye.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Hey, if you really want to lose weight and keep it off for good, your next step is to sign up for Dr. Angela's free weight loss course, where you're going to learn everything you need to get started on your weight loss journey the right way. Just head over to journeybeyondweightloss.com/free course to sign up. Also, it would be awesome if you could take a few moments and write a review on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you in Journey Beyond Weight Loss.